every year.
Have you ever stopped to think who's responsible for making sure those cafeterias are clean? Target 8 Chief Investigator Jamie Gray is here to tell us why recently health inspectors have not been making the rounds.
That's what we found. You know, the Boone County and Columbia food codes call for inspections 2 to 3 times a year, and we found that some schools are not meeting that minimum. Target 8 investigator Brittany Rendak went digging through hundreds of records to find out just how often school cafeterias were getting inspected. She's here to tell us what she found.
That's right, Jamie. This story started when I went to look at reports from schools in Boone County and Columbia, looking for any critical violations to see if cafeterias are clean. But what I found was something different.
Quickly, guys, 1 scoop and go!
Many kids wait in line every day to get lunch at their school cafeteria. But just how often are they really inspected?
I would personally hope about once to twice a month, considering they're feeding children. If not that, then more. Because, I mean, especially at this age level, these are little kids and they're susceptible to a lot of germs and stuff.
The Columbia and Boone County Health Inspection website states food establishments are inspected on a routine basis 2 to 3 times a year, depending on the risk level posed by the establishment's food preparation. The health department says cafeterias fall into risk level 3, high risk category, because cafeterias serve a highly susceptible population.
I mean, typically a food establishment that is high risk in the city would get done 3 times a year. In the county it's different. You know, we only have 2 staff dedicated to county duties. Typically, you know, driving from Columbia to Centralia isn't just 5 minutes away, so we try to achieve twice a year for all food establishments.
But we found most schools did not get inspected beyond 2 times, and some even fewer. When it comes to cafeterias, the online system that anyone can access only shows the most recent inspection date from 2014, and some read no inspection to this date. So I checked the paper records going back to 2011 and found in 2013 and 2014, 15 schools in Boone County had only been checked once in a year.
I think there were several schools that only got inspected once that year, but we met the minimum terms of the participation agreement.
Even fewer schools were checked the specified 3 times in a year.
Well, we only have 7 environmental health specialists, so we do the best that we can to get the minimum inspections done.
She said it is a staffing issue and schools are not in session all year, so they don't need as many inspections. I went here to Centralia to visit one of the schools that didn't have inspections the recommended 3 times a year. I talked to parents who said they were shocked schools weren't getting inspected more often. They said they want inspectors to at least abide by the county's recommendations.
It might take a little bit more time and a little bit more money, but in the end it's probably better because it keeps everything safer for all the kids.
In fact, many of the schools that only had 1 inspection in 2014 were in the Centralia district. But it's not up to schools when inspectors come through. Centralia Public School Superintendent said, quote, "We have no control over inspections, but try to keep up a clean environment, and if something needs to be improved on, we want to fix that." Of times inspected and in recent records, Centralia schools only had a single violation at 1 school, and it was non-critical. I also went to a school inspected twice a year, Mill Creek Elementary, which has had no recent violations recorded. The kitchen manager says they work hard to keep it that way and thinks the 2 inspections are enough for her school, but maybe not for every kitchen.
If they're doing what they're supposed to be doing, once a year would be right. So I think that it just all depends on the kitchen.
The environmental public health supervisor said she expects a full staff for next year, but says she can't control for everything.
Historically, since I've been the supervisor, this has never happened other than this one time. And you know, when someone is off on FMLA, a certified medical issue, you know, there's nothing we can do about it.
To see how inspection records compare from 2013 until now, you can visit our website at KMU.com and see the numbers compiled by digital producer Soren Kim.